All right, so I think everyone had a chance to log on. Welcome to today's webinar. I will explain to you about the curriculum that this one-year program entails and how this all works. So welcome to the Academy of the Radiant Soul, where you will learn from the Ascended Masters and receive individual coaching from them. And please interrupt me if you have any questions in between. I am happy to stop and answer. That is what it is all about today, to answer questions and to give you a better understanding on what this year is about. So first, I am going to share with you a greeting message from Saint Germain that he shared with us before this webinar. And I will read it to you, and you can read along with me if you like. For the interested students, in the power vested in me, and through the violet flame, I welcome thee in the academy that exists in many realms. This academy each of us once visited, and we are now teaching what has served us to become who we are. We are calling thee as we need help, and we shall give thee ours to achieve the missions given and transform the impossible to the I am possible. I, Saint Germain, shall guard thou who is entering and making the commitment to study the universal laws and teachings that we bring to thee, and guide thee with love and compassion to grow into thy ascended master self. Some of us have gathered to define and add to the current curriculum that shall be introduced to thee today. And know as thou expand, so shall the curriculum, and grow with thy awareness and skills. Know that as a group thou will learn and work on thy individual skills and mission, supported through us and thy fellow students. Each of thee will have a guardian assigned to thee for the year to come studying in the academy. Know that each of thou, once committed, will be enveloped in the field of the higher teachings and ascended masters, and will be called again and again to expand, to be open to the I am possible and beyond. Thou have heard the call and appeared before us. Trust in thyself, that thou wilt be guided and coached in the right way that will serve thee and thy mission. In thy private classes, thou wilt have the opportunity to ask and learn to connect with us directly through the gentle coaching of thy Dean. Beloved children, we welcome thee to the Academy if thou choose to accept the call. Blessed be in thy life and mission, Saint Germain. So how will this program be set up? We will have one live webinar. Yes, thank you. That was a powerful message. That's correct, right? So we will have one live webinar each month, and the first webinar will be October 2nd, 2014, which is a Thursday, and then we will switch it to Tuesdays. And it probably will be a bit at a later time, maybe 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And if you miss a class, there will be replays. So try to be at the webinars that are live, because that gives you a chance to participate and ask questions and give feedback. But if you do miss one, that is okay. We do have the recordings. And then each of you will have 2 individual classes per month, which will be set up to fit your schedule. So we will schedule that probably through Skype, and those individual classes will be 45 minutes to an hour long, depending on, what you are required to know, what your assignments were, what your assignments are going to be for the next month, and so forth. And then, there will be assignments. And as usual, the more you practice, the better you get, right? So the assignments are designed to support your life mission and other missions that you will get, and anything else that you choose to focus on. So you can email me as often as you desire during this month and during each month to help you move along in those missions. How will you graduate? And that is, there will be 4 tests, one after each trimester. The last test will be an end exam. And those tests will be questions that will be given by the Ascended Masters. You might be asked to receive a message from them. You might be asked to answer different questions depending on what they design the test to be. You will graduate from the Academy of the Radiant Soul, and you will be able to apply the information in your own life and those around you, which I can tell you that is priceless. You will be able to do Ascended Master readings for others if you so choose. And you will be able to incorporate the wisdom and the knowledge in any part of your life, really. You're not certified to teach this material, this information. However, you're welcome to incorporate it in other teachings and classes that you might decide to offer later on and might find this information helpful. So I am curious to hear what your expectations are, and you're welcome to type that on the text chat if you'd like to share that with us. The Ascended Masters have sort of said that they're quite flexible in terms of expanding the curriculum with our skills. And so I am curious what you expect, and possibly we can fit that in and make that request. So if you have an expectation, please do type it on the text chat. Oh, and if you are attending via phone, that's okay too. You can always ask me later on via email as well. But do please explain, what you expect. That'd be great. And I understand, you're just learning about the curriculum. If there aren't any, that's okay too. So we will continue. So here, this is the curriculum that I'm going to introduce was created. It is the same curriculum as the Ascended Master Teaching Academies. In short, the AMTA program, which was created by Yvonne de la Flor Alexander, and both the academy and the program were designed by her and passed on to us as teachers who took the program to teach. And I pay tribute to her and all the coaching she has given me. She's helped me tremendously during the time that I have been studying with her and way beyond that. So I am one of 7 teachers certified to teach this information. And As I said, the curriculum here, the basis will be this same Ascended Master Teaching Academy curriculum, plus the additions that the Ascended Masters said they would do. So yeah, so I don't know that yet, and I can't, obviously I couldn't prepare for that because that will be added as we go along. So here is the first trimester, month 1, is shaking things up. There will be a visualization that will guide you through what needs to be shaken up. I don't want to give too much away, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it is very, very powerful, is all I can say. It's eradication of mind implants. It is about the generational belief closure. It is about the universal genetic DNA modification key access. How do we even access all this information? And it is the restoration of the inner child God mind. And that is pretty vague if you haven't, studied and seen what that looks like. And at the end of this introduction of the curriculum, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my own personal story and guide you through a visualization so that you can get a taste of it, of what that might look like, and how that can help you in your own life to move forward and help you through the curriculum and everything that is taught in here. Month 2 is the mastery and understanding of the creative power of thought. It is the cleansing of habitual words, habits, religious and automatic limiting belief systems. And it is the activation of affluent thinking. Very important. Month 3 will be the tapping into and meeting with the guardians of the universal laws supply. It will be about the eradication of perceptual fear. It will be the aligning thought power with each of the universal laws. And of course, in your assignment, I will give you the different universal laws and we will study them and talk about them and all that. So, it sounds a bit not very concrete right now, but, when it is about studying with the Ascended Masters, it will be very concrete on one level, it will manifest in your life in another level, and it will be way out there on another level. So we bring all these aspects together and incorporate them into our life, and it won't be something that you can't grasp. It is very graspable. Second trimester, so after the first trimester, there will be a test. Second trimester will be month 4, the consciousness and subconscious reset violet flame system. And most of that material is taught by Saint Germain. However, since you are going to have a individual guardian, you will come in contact with different ascended masters, and the messages are from different ascended masters. So you will get to know all of them, and all of them have a little bit of a different energy and what they're teaching. So it's really interesting and it's very distinct. Mastery of the reasoning will, and I see a comment here, let me just look at that. Yes, and that is correct, Asim. So Asim is saying that the tests happen more often in life than on paper, and that is absolutely correct. These, what they are teaching will manifest in your life, and this is why I really desire you to be clear on your intentions, because they are very powerful And especially when you're in the field of the Ascended Masters, everything is sort of expanded and, more intense is maybe the right word to say. Not to scare you at all, because they're very gentle, but in life, we are called to step up, and so this is how this manifests. Okay, so any other comments are always welcome. The mastery of the reasoning will, we said, the law of attractions as the Ascended Masters use it, and the higher self master practice. Month 5 will be about the cerebrospinal sympathetic mastery activation with the 7 rays. It will be about the solar plexus energy power restoration and personal power reclamation. It will be about speaking directly with the universal mind and the law of vibration, service, love, and thought power regulations. And this is really very powerful. I remember this class very well. Very, very powerful, but each one is. Month 6 is about the self-mastery in alignment with the Ascended Master self-regulation guidelines. It is about the law of concentration and creative thinking, and also the death of competition, which is huge. Imagine if we had a world that was completely without competition, it would be completely different. And that is our goal. And the birth of the God Creator. After month 6 will be another test. And I have to say, all these tests are really fun. To me, when I did them, it was really giving me self-confidence of how much I had learned during the previous month, and was able to apply all the wisdom and knowledge that I had learned in my own life. So it's nothing to be afraid of. Third trimester is month 7, is about the visualization, accuracy, and manifestation activation by Master Kutumi. Yes, the play of consciousness, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Italy. The practice, we're going to practice the skills of world creations. We're going to talk about the materialization of abundance in all realms of the human and Ascended Master experience, because abundance is not just about money, obviously. And it is meeting your Ascended Master higher self. However, we are definitely going to tap into the abundance of money as well in this program. It is taught to some degree. Month 8 is the embodiment of the 12 keys of the vibration called truth. It is zooming in the third eye power for materialization and peaceful manifestation purposes. It is aiming the power of concentration to that which exists beyond the matrix. It is becoming the captain of your multidimensional destiny, and it is about meeting your higher self in all of your simultaneous lives. Powerful, right? We don't just have one, so sometimes that we need to keep in mind. Yeah. Month 9 will be about Divine Mother and Divine Father physical visitation. It is about mastering the art of bilocation. That is very fun. It is the cleansing of any magnetic attracted debris of others or old self persona. It is the resurrection of the Christ soul within, and it is about the activation of the power of metaphysics within. Again, after month 9, we will have another test. And then we will start the 4th trimester. Month 10. We are going to meet Hermes Trismegistus. We're getting assigned a place in the Ascended Master work field. We're going to meet with our universal family and the sacred blueprint creators. It will be about the holographic dematerialization and materialization mastery. That is also very fun. A reawakening of the quantum solar healer. Month 11. And if you have questions about how that all looks like, it's kind of like we're going on this journey together, and you will kind of experience it month by month, and it will become clear to you. There's, it's very tangible, actually, even though it sounds a bit out there. The laws of immortality, absolute ascended health, and atomic power of purposeful thought. Month 11 will be about meeting with the Divine Mother, Master Kaya from the I universe. Very powerful being she is. Receiving the formula and chemical visual aspects of the creation of the light beings. We're going to revisit, review, and calibrate the higher self field in you with the law of love. And we will birth the impact contribution CD power within us. Month 12, and by then we will have learned a lot of different things, will be about learning to breathe the breath of the Rishi beings. It will be about communicating with all energy emanated manifestations, animals, stones, the manifest and the unmanifest, the visible and the invisible, and aligning it to the law of service and the power of now. We're going to activate the power of the alchemist within our hands, words, thoughts, and the power of our newfound sacred Rishi breath. We'll have a communion ceremony with the Ascended Master's family of our higher self genetics. We will introduce our mission in the realms of the higher dimensions. We're going to activate the 7 master golden grids within our solar, physical, and mental system. And we will have a sacred water blessing for our mission to take divine flight. And so before I go any further, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my... let me ask you if there's any questions, because that was a lot of material to cover, and I want to give you a chance to ask. Yeah, I'm going to cover that in a little bit, Italy. Oh, that's a good question. So, okay, so we'll cover that in a little bit, and I wanted to just share with you my personal story, because I've had many crossroads in my life, and I had to make decisions along the way, as you all have had to as well, I'm sure. And I have really said yes a lot of the times and just followed my heart when I had to make these decisions, and it has always served me well. Even when I had to step out of the known or the, comfortable place that I was used to and leave. I used to live in Germany. I grew up there, and I one day decided I would move to Maui, and that was a big, huge letting go process, and a lot of tears were shed, and at the same time I was embarking on a new journey. And I really created a whole different life there on Maui for myself, with many ups and downs, but in general, it was a very fantastic, beautiful life that I led there. And then I heard the call that my life on Maui, my mission on Maui, was really complete. And I had a partner at the time. I was married, and I left. I left that relationship and um, moved to New Mexico, where I really didn't know anyone, and started a completely new life here in New Mexico, where I am now. And my husband passed away about 11 months after I left. And of course, I was heartbroken. I loved him very much. And I made another decision to go back and, take care of all sorts of things that I felt responsible for. And I'm glad I did. And when I was here in New Mexico, I lived by myself, and um, I heard this call. There were several calls, but one of the calls was to study with the Ascended Masters. And to me, it almost felt like somebody had enrolled me in the school, almost like it wasn't really my decision. Somebody put me in the school. I didn't really know at the time how I was going to pay for it, how this was all going to affect my life at all. And still, I said yes. First I thought, well, I'm going to give the interview a chance. Maybe they will not take me. And then that's the end of that story. Then I don't need to worry about the rest. Well, I had the interview and I was accepted. And so that was that. So then I had to come up with the money, right? And I told the Ascended Masters then, if I am supposed to say yes to this, then I am happy to do it, and I'm happy to work, but you guys need to help me out and give me, clients that I can make this money and this investment for. And I tell you, not 1 month was I short of money, even when there was extra expenses that I had to put out. It was always enough. There wasn't a lot left over, I will say that, but it was always enough. And then, I had big plans. My partner and I met my soulmate 3 days after I had started this program, which that was amazing. They right after the interview, after the class started, boom, there he was. And so we had made these big plans of going to California, and I wanted to rehabilitate horses. And, that's what I used to do. I used to trim horses for a living, and I was really good at it, and helped a lot of horses. So we had planned on buying a place with many rehab stalls and so forth. And just before we were supposed to go, I had a huge accident, incident, life-changing experience, whatever you want to call it. And um, I got kicked in the face by a mule, and I was really knocked out for many months. It's been exactly 6 months actually since that accident happened. So, I tuned in with the Ascended Masters because I couldn't quite believe, why this happened now, and it was all so clear in my mind. And the answer I got was that I needed to teach. And they have told me this now many times. And I am realizing that, with trimming horses' feet, I'm helping somewhat, but with teaching, I can affect a lot more people. And so, I took months to recover. And when I finally said yes to the call about teaching with the Ascended Masters, everything started flowing again. I have there many opportunities have opened up for me since I have said yes to that opportunity to teach. And so, I guess I'm telling you this story because sometimes we just don't know in life what is going to come next, and we have doubts and fears and all that kind of stuff comes up. But, to follow our heart is really where it's at. So if you are open to it, I desire to lead you through an experience of a guided visualization that comes in the moment by reading the intelligent space. And so I am not exactly sure what we're going to be in for, but if you're open to it, I invite you to embark on this journey with me. And I'm just going to take a moment and listen to the intelligent space and lead you through that guided visualization. So take a deep breath, close your eyes. And in front of you, you are seeing a big mountain. The path is wide at the bottom and has many different crossings going up to the mountain. You can see that from where you are standing. And when you look behind you, when you turn around, you see many valleys and mountains, some rivers, some lakes. You sort of reflect of what you have had to cross, what you have crossed from when you entered the earth plane to this very moment. You see all the hurdles you took. You see all the good times you had. You see all your parents and you see your children. You see your friends and family and the decisions that you made. Some of them good, some of them not so good. But they brought you to where you are now at the bottom of this mountain. And as you look up at the very top of the mountain, you see a lake. And that lake is clear and pure. And the water is deep. It is really beautiful, blue, crystal light blue. And this lake is surrounded by high mountain peaks in the back from where you are standing. There's some snow on the mountains and a river flowing towards you. And the river flows all the way to the bottom of the mountain. And this lake has a water of ancient wisdom, ultimate freedom, immortality, and abundance. But to get there, you have to make choices, which paths to take. So you start walking. You are barefoot and you feel the soft grass under your feet and different materials, rocks, pebbles. You feel the needles of the pine trees. You can smell the pine trees. And so as you walk, you have to climb across some rocks and some boulders. And on those boulders, you see written words. The words, the first word, you, the first boulder with a word on it says, doubt. And you climb up on it, and you climb down on the other side, and you keep going, and you come to the next boulder. And it says, I can't do it. And you climb past that rock. You climb up on it, and you climb down on the other side. And you feel good because you did it. It said, I can't do it, and you actually did it. The next obstacle you come across, it says fear on it. And you look at it and you stop and you wonder, and you climb up on that rock that says fear on it. And you feel good, you feel accomplished when you are on top of that mountain rock. And you climb down the other side and you celebrate another rock that you actually moved past. There are other rocks in your way that say, I'm not good enough. I have other things to do. My partner, my children, my animals, my garden. And you climb across all these rocks. And you climb higher and leave behind the rocky area with the boulders. And as you come out above the tree line, you still have ways to climb. You see what is in front of you, you see what is behind you. And there's a bench on a free plateau that you walk towards and you sit down. It has views in all directions. It's beautiful. A woman appears. She has long gray hair. Her skin is very soft. It has no wrinkles, no lines. It is timeless. The face is timeless. Her hair is gray. She has a long white skirt dress on, and she offers you some water. She sits down next to you on the bench. That water is out of the river, and she says to you, you have come this far, and to continue further, I invite you to look into your heart. Only it knows if the rest of the way is for you or if it is not for you. There is no judgment, there is no blame, there is no critique. No one but you knows, and no one else needs to know but you. And you look into your heart and you feel what your answer is. If this path that you're embarking on or about to embark on is a clear, honest yes, or if it is a clear, honest no. If it is a yes, you pick one of the stones in front of you. You see different colors. And if it is a yes, take an emerald green stone. If it is a no, take one of the other stones. It could be a pink one, a lavender one. There are some speckled ones. They're all beautiful. This rock that you pick, if it has any of the other colors, it will remind you as you walk along that you have come this far and what a journey it has been, and give yourself credit for that. And if it is the emerald stone that you picked, know that it will guide you on your way to achieving the program, to achieving your life mission, to achieving all that you are setting out to go to. Some of it you don't know yet, but you feel in your heart it is a yes. And there, where you're standing now or sitting now on the bench, you're clear with what is, what your heart is telling you. And from here, you find your way to wherever you decide to go. And that rock that you took will be a reminder of that. It will stay with you. Now look around you. Enjoy the beautiful view of the mountain. Keep close to your heart your decision that your heart told you. Feel the earth under your feet, the rocks, the moisture of the grass. You smell the flowers and the trees in a far distance. You smell the clear, clean air. It is inviting you to take a deep breath and let go of all the past, all the worries, all the doubts, all the fear that you have been through, and arrive in the present moment. And slowly, whenever you feel ready, I invite you to open your eyes, and only when you're ready. Ooh, how was that for you? And you don't have to share with me the color of stone you picked. That is for you to know. Yeah, it felt delicious and good and yummy and good. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yes, I love when the intelligent space speaks. Yes, you may share it. Of course, you may share it. If you desire to, you may share what color you picked. Okay, great. Yeah, fantastic. Good, but that is the only way is through the heart. So now I will just continue on, and before I do, I would just invite you, if you got a yes on this and you want to attend, you desire to attend and sign up for this year-long program, I will share the link with you, and you can send me an email or whatever. I don't need to oh, how do I paste this in here? Let me just continue on. Maybe I can. So the investment of this class is $555 per month. And this is the payment link. And I will send you that. I had hoped that I could just paste it in here, but I don't really know how. I guess I could just type it from here, huh? I'm having a feeling that I should just send you this via email if you desire to sign up. I don't know if this is going to work the way I'm thinking of doing this here. Okay, see if that works. Yes, okay. So yeah, and then just let me know. I don't want to, rush you and everything. We're not starting till October 2nd, but I would suggest that if you do decide that you let me know, because there will be a limited number of participants, and so I definitely need to receive the payment before the next class starts. And do you have any more questions? So here is my information. This is my website, radiantsoul.org. Then below is my email address, claudia@radiantsoul.org. And my Facebook page is Radiant Soul Sanctuary. And we'll create a Facebook page with the participants of the group so that you can all get to know each other, which is really very powerful. I have kept in contact with the students that were in the program I took, and we're still supporting each other now, and it's very, very powerful. A lot of things happen just because we come together in a field like this and share with each other. And if you have other people that are interested, I will make a link to the recording. I've recorded this webinar. Then please let them know. There's still space, and it'd be great if we could get together just the right people. I feel they're really calling the right people. So if you have any other questions, please tell me. Oh no, this account has been closed. Oh, that's not good, is it? Um, I will figure this out and send you the link again. Like if you are wanting to sign up, just send me an email at claudia@radiantsoul.org, and I will put us all together on a Facebook page that only the participants can see. And that way we know who's in the group and who has signed up and so forth, okay? So if there aren't any more comments or questions, I wish you a very beautiful rest of the day or night, wherever you are in the world. And the next class will be October 2nd, and we will do it at 7 p.m. Then Asim in India doesn't have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's right, 3:30. You have these funny times. Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for your participation. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited about this year-long program. I can't wait until it starts. But we're in the now, so I'm happy with the now, and I wish you all a very, very good rest of the day or night. Lots of love to you.